Okay, here we go. We are going to talk about the comp plan. Well, you should have these two charts, this one and this page that was on the Follow Our System site. Have those printed up in front of you. Okay, so I'm going to skip down to the $49 advancement chart. I'm going to show you how to build and how exciting this gets as we go along here with income and synergy and energy in your team as it grows. Okay, so we all start out as a junior associate. The minute you sell a membership and associate at the same time, you become an associate and you move to a $69.14 payout for the next your initial three sales. Now, once you have three sales underneath you, to associate sales, you are now a senior. Now you can become a manager by just one of those people underneath you having three sales and becoming a senior, so you're now a manager. Okay? Now to become a director, all you need is three managers in three different legs underneath you. Okay? Now this can occur in several different ways. I'm going to teach you how to build your team to create the most movement, most energy, and synergy and growth. Okay, so let's go back here, and I want you to take a look at this. You can have two people that can come from your upline placed underneath you, and they count. When you get this third person, which you signed up as an associate and sold a membership to, all you need is one of those to be an active associate, and you're now a senior. So you can get help from somewhere else. One could have come from you, two could have come from you, or all three. But one must come from you, and two can come from somewhere else. So as you're building, you're going to be helping your team in this fashion as well. Okay, the best way to build here is to place people one under the other. So let's look at the director side of things. Say you've got three people, and you place one person under one person, or over here, it doesn't matter. Let's just say for this purpose you're looking at this. You want to say you've got three people that came in one day. You wouldn't go 1, 2, and then let them get the third. You would go 1, 2, and 3. You would be placing them one underneath the other. Or you place one under here, one under here, one under here to create that synergy. So you want to build down. You want to spread it out and build straight down. Never do two across. You want to do, unless it's a situation where you've got this, you're almost director and there's two over here that need to be filled, and you've got two people coming in, absolutely place them over here, become a director. And so now this creates a synergy when you're placing people directly underneath. You're going to use your legacy to determine where to place people the best way. You'll be able to see what your trees look like and who's at what level. And then you can tell where to best place your people. But really do one underneath the other from leg to leg and person to person so that you can create that synergy. All right, so now let's go over to the compensation chart. This gives you a little idea here, the executive director, how to become an executive director. Typically speaking, what you want to do is you have one director in one leg and three personal sales. Then you can count 25 sales from each one of those three legs to have a 75 total membership counters or sales in 1 month. That's the only thing that you have to qualify for on a monthly basis. So if you didn't have three sales, you'd have to have three director legs, and then you could count 25 from each of the director legs. So, of course, you could also have 75 personal sales or counters. But typically how it's done is one director leg allows you to count 25 sales from each one of the three legs. Now, once you've done that, you want to open up another leg because your team is cooking, and you want to start going more than three wide. You have to have three personal, active people on your front line. One personal, two could come from somewhere else, but you have to have three associates that are active, meaning they have memberships on your front line at all times to be active in any of these levels. Okay, so let's go down to this chart here. We're going to take a look at, here's your personal sales commissions and you're at 69, 138, 172, 207, and 252. You can see the levels up here. You go down here on the left to coordinate what pays what. So let's say you're an associate. You don't get any overrides in other associates. You only when you have 3 underneath you, you now become a senior, and you can make $69 off of anything that those 3 people do for up to 3 sales, and then until they become senior. And of course, the minute one of them becomes senior, you then become a manager. Because remember, one of those 3 becomes a senior, you are now manager. So you're making $69 a sale off of all your associates until they become a senior. And then you become a manager, and you're making now $34.57 off your seniors. And say the other 2 associates there were just starting to build, and the that third associate became a senior, so you're making the $34.57 off of him. Well, you've got 2 other associates that need to become seniors. You've got now $103.71 off of everything that our associates are doing to become senior. All right, in order to become a director, you need to have 3 managers underneath you. Now you're making $34.57 off of your manager's personal sales. Now you're making overrides off the team, and you become executive director. Now 75 sales occur, and you're making $44 off of your directors, 79 off of managers, 114 off of seniors, and so on down the line. So that's how you coordinate this. So when you actually open up your new legs after you become an executive director, you open up more legs, you're going to start capitalizing on all these things in between because you're higher than all the people until they become these other levels. So you're making all this override on associates, seniors, managers, and directors. So it becomes very, very powerful as you move along here. So you want to create the energy on your team, become executive director as quickly as possible, and then you want to open up new legs, and it just starts to really, the power of the money starts to get really big. So I wanted to give you a resource. You can call marketing. It's 580-436-7424, press 2. And you can ask them anything you want on the marketing plan. They'll be happy to tell you. You can look at these things and ask them, can you explain this? I don't quite understand that. They'll explain to you whatever scenario you build, they'll explain to you. Now your legacy, of course, is your biggest tool that you're going to use to see where your team is at any given moment so you know where to place people and create the biggest energy bang for the buck, so to speak. That's about it. Any questions you have, you can ask your sponsor or upline or bring it to a training or a team call. So we look forward to seeing you at the top, and we're here to help you and hope this gave you some sort of clarity on how this works. So don't worry about understanding everything. Just take it in small pieces. Look forward to seeing you on our next team call. Take care.